Alright, this time we're going to do the arm. This one's called the arm, and this one's going to end up being a sectional. But the first thing we have to do is we have to actually create the drawing. It'll be a regular English type PT. Yes, you can go in and set your grid. If the grid works for you, use it. If not, I'm not going to yell at you. You don't have to use the grid. And this is essentially what we're going to draw. So we look here and we look at our dimensions. And I just go through the PowerPoint, and again, I break it down. I look at it and say, what could I draw? You don't have to draw it in the exact steps I'm doing it. I'm just showing it the method that I would break it down. And I look at an object and I figure out, well, what do I have? And if I look at it here, I can see that I have two circles. It comes down. We have like a rectangle here on the end. The line comes through. Okay, I can draw that, and I can extrude it to half because there's my information, right? Then I can draw this little part, looks kind of like an L. Same thing, and I can extrude it and place it on there. This is just more circles and I extrude. I don't want to forget my little curves. So as I look at a drawing, I break it down. And remember, now you're starting to think 3D. If I'm creating this object 3D, what do I draw? You can start in the middle. You can start by drawing this circle part here and adding on. It doesn't matter. You have to pick the way that works for you as long as it's drawn, right? So we're simply going to be drawing this. Okay, so I'm going to simply go through, follow the instructions. Again, I'm not getting anything from any surprising place. I'm getting everything from the PowerPoint that's given. All right, I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to go back to my English metric part, create, and I want to create this body. Okay. It's one time that I don't think I want to see the grid. I think I just want to draw this without my grid, so I'm not even going to worry about setting any of that in there. I'm just going to draw. I'm not going to worry. Okay, sketch. There we go. Line. That's 0.5 to the right. 0.5 down. 2. I know it looks like you can't see it, so I'm going to just do a zoom all see. There it is. I'm going to pan it over a little bit. Okay, line here over 0.563. Okay, good. And I'm just following my instructions over. And again, I'm going to draw this one purposely, just crazy to show you. Because remember, if you do draw it crazy, it will adjust it, all right? Now, if I pay attention as I'm drawing, I don't have to draw crazy. If I'm paying attention to what I'm doing as I draw, it'll make my life a little easier. Okay, there we go. Let's draw my circles, because I know my circle is going to end right here. First one is a 1.5. Next one is 2. Okay, good. I'm going to draw a line from here, and I'm going to let my object snaps be my friend. So I'm looking for my object snap. And I'm looking for that little, I'm trying to zoom in here so I'm looking for, just had it, there it is. That little circle with the line. I want that one. Now I'm going to trim. Okay, fine. Delete. Delete. Don't really need them anymore. You don't have to delete them. I just like a clean drawing. I'm going to finish my sketch. And I'm going to extrude it to 0.5. Again, I like mine symmetrical. So there's that surface, right? Okay. Next we want to draw the L. So create a 2D sketch on this surface. Line. And in theory, you should just have to draw the line, and we should be able to extrude that surface. Yay, it did. Like I said, in theory, sometimes it doesn't. The distance actually on this one is 2. I'm simply looking at the drawing. Say super hard. Okay, good. Now we need to get the next one, so I'm going to spin it around so I can see the bottom part here. 2D sketch on this plane. I draw my circles again. And And to be brutally honest, this time I'm just going to use my stamp because I know what they are. They're there. Once I have that done, there's my sketch. Extrude it. 1.25. Okay, very good. Then we need to get the... We should have a hole that goes right through here, through this surface right here. So 2D sketch again right there. And it needs to have 1 and 1. They're oriented that way that it looks like the example that's given. Again, I just like to use the lines because it's easier for my vision. You could put that point and just place it here and dimension it the same way to get it. That doesn't matter. I'll show you. This is, if I was going to draw it that way, there it is. Let's delete it. You can simply place a point right here. See? It works the exact same way. Just so that I have that point of reference so that I can put the hole. All right, the hole needs to have a diameter of 0.75 and we want it to go all the way through. So I finished my sketch. I'm going to go to my hole command. It's 0.75 through all. Yep. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Now we're going to do a 0.25 fillet. And we want that fillet here on these edges in here. So I'm going to go to my fillet tool. 0.25. Here. Spin it around. Here. And I believe... Oh, almost. It's kind of fly out right now. So it has a nice smooth edge, and we want a 0.25 fillet right here. There we go. Doesn't look like it does much, but what it does is it just curves it out so we have a nice gentle bend. It's like if we had actually created this, more than likely it would have a nice gentle bend. It's not going to have a very sharp edge. But there we go. Very good. We've got that part. And we're going to save this one. Arm, and I'm going to call this one sectional so I don't get them confused because we have another arm in there. And now we're going to actually create a sectional of this in the IDW in that drawing. Now I'm going to create me another drawing file, create new. I could use the default one that comes in here, or you can use the one that's done by Connor High School. I don't care which one you use, I just want you to pick one. I'll show you because the PowerPoint shows you using the CHS title block. Actually, I don't want that one. I'll give you that one later. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, fine. Sometimes it can be a little crazy. Okay, well, it doesn't want to cooperate, so and I will just adjust my sheet to, oh no, B size will work for me. And I will go in and I will change my eye properties and I'll change everything here so that it reflects what it's supposed to be in the title. So arm sectional, whatever your class is. And we're going to place. Okay. Now, looking at this one again, yet again, I'm not getting the view that I want. So how do I fix that? So go to my arm sectional. And I move it around until I get the view that I want. Just that simple. When I have the view that I want to be my front view, I right-click, front, and save. Delete. Yep. And put place. Okay, yep. There we go. Now, I actually don't like this one, so I'm going to edit the definition. And we can make it smaller. Oh, Lord, that's not what I want to do. And then I could go and customize it. Move it around, move it around. Look at this, will just have to work for now. Okay. Oof, that's just not going to work. Okay, I've got to go find that other one and open it up. Alright, I finally found the Connor High School one. Let's go to base. I'm going to go get the arm sectional. And I'll place it in here. And I'm going to use a 1 to 2 scale. For right now, I'm just going to create. Because we're going to do a sectional off this view. Now, to create a sectional is extremely hard. I want you to think back to all the sectionals that you had to learn to draw by hand, and then the sectionals we had to learn that we were drawing on the computer. Right here, I go to my section, and it says fine, and then we're going to tell what we want to draw. So I literally pick a point, and I draw everywhere. Like if I remember, sectional is like you're cutting it with a knife. And right-click continue. Move that over. Now I'm going to move it up. Automatically done section for you. So there's your hatch marks. Everything's in there for you. And I still need a projected. Oh, I no longer want. There it goes. And escape. Shaded again because I like them shaded. And then we dimension it to match. So for an example, I would go and annotate and I would say, okay, well, I need a dimension. So I want a dimension from here to here. And you just keep going. What it does is when you draw that section line, it automatically sections and does it all for you. It's in there. And then I should be able to go into my properties and I should be able to go to summary and I should be able to change it to whatever your class is, whatever your name is, etc. I can find that CHS right here. There you go. Right click, escape, right click, add a definition. Because my scale was 1 to 2. Save as. Arm sectional title block. I already have it open, so save. You got everything done. You have all your annotation. Export, PDF, save it to your folder, submit it to Moodle for grading. That was your first sectional. So if you ever draw something, you need a sectional, but that's how hard it is. We place it, we create a section, there you go. Ta-da, done. Super, super hard. Dimensioning, again, remember, hard, and you just got to pay attention to what it is that you're doing. That's all there is to it. Congratulations, you did your first sectional.